So the eighth nama is Raaga svaroopa Pashaadhyaa. The literal meaning is she who holds the noose. Pasha is noose, and the Pasha is a personification of Raaga. The noose is the svaroopa of the Raaga. Raaga means attachment. So what attachment are we talking about here? Attachment or Raaga is that force that kind of keeps creation together, A mother has to have that love, attachment, that craving, that clinging to be able to raise her children. Individuals need to have that attachment towards their work to be able to do well professionally. Individuals need to have that attachment amongst oneself to stay together as a family. People also need attachment to be able to run their lives, right? Without attachment, because when you don't attach, you don't identify with something. Therefore, you need attachment towards your own self, your likes, your dislikes, your interests. You need also Raaga, attachment towards what you do, where you stay, where you live, what you possess. But when this attachment is always directed towards your material possessions, right? The possessions in this world, as in your body, the house you stay in, the job that you have, the kind of people around you. Because the people around you, we don't tend to see them as jivatmas, as atmas. We tend to see them as people, their bodies, their identities, their names. And when this happens, that attachment leads you into bondage, right? The attachment gives you notions like likes, dislikes, I like this, I don't like this, this is correct, this is wrong, this is how it's to be done, preferences, likes and dislikes, all this comes from the kind of attachment, and this kind of attachment, this leads to more bondage. You're bonded to it more and more and more, and the cycles continue, the patterns continue. But Devi holds this same attachment as a tool, her ayudha, her weapon. It's a noose. It's meant to show that with the noose, she's going to pull you away from all these bondages. How is that possible? Because if you choose to allow Devi Lalita to take over, she's going to direct in the form of a noose, noose-like manner. She's going to direct all this attachment towards the divine. So when your attachment is taken away from samsara, the material possessions, worldly stuff, and it is directed towards dharma, when it is directed towards moksha, it is directed towards divine, then you ultimately realize who you are. You claim your inner power. You merge into the divine. You kind of stay in your svaroopa as an atma. Okay, merging with the divine and all is, it's a long-term plan. But what happens when that attachment is towards the divine, that attachment is towards dharma, you realize who you are within, right? You realize your own potential as the atma within. And Devi is the power that does that. She shifts your focus from material things. Now, why is material things being spoken about here? It's because it is mithya. It appears to be real, but it is not, because it's constantly changing. Look at the world around you. Everything is constantly changing. And anything that keeps changing cannot be absolute real, right? And what is not absolute real is not truth. And what is not truth is lie. We are all living in a world of lies, to say, right? Because we identify with those lies. Now, what about that part of you that is unchanging? What about that part of everything around you that is constant, unchanging, independent? In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, "Nasato vidyate bhavaha, nabhavo vidyate sataha, ubhayorapi drishtontaha, anayo tattvadarshibhi." So, in the Vyakhyana to the shloka, it is said that, anything that is true has two aspects. One that is nitya, that never changes. Past, present and future, it is constant. The one that is swatantra, independent. right? So all of us have that aspect within us, that is Swatantra and Nitya, which is the Atma. And that is where true happiness, true Ananda, unconditional happiness exists. But we are all looking for happiness outside in things that keep changing. And we are attached to these changing things. And we get sad when we don't get these things. They lead to desires, right? These material things creates desires within us. And then we go and attach ourselves to these desires. Only if I get a car will I be happy. Only if I get that job will I be happy. Only if I get so much money will I be happy. So where is that attachment going? Towards material possessions. Only if I have that person in my life I'm going to be happy. But is that true happiness? Because that car, when it gets old, you're going to discard it. That house, if you feel is insufficient, you're going to change it. That job, if it doesn't satisfy you, you're going to leave it and go to another job. So what is happening here? Right? It's not giving you ever lasting, long lasting happiness. But long lasting happiness, unconditional Ananda is within you. So what do you need to get attached to? To the divine who is within yourself as the Atma. So Devi is symbolically telling you that with the noose, I'm going to take you away from the things that bonds you, that binds you, that creates bondages for you. And I'm going to take you towards freedom. Freedom from these bondages and towards that Samrajya, the kingdom of Ananda, eternal happiness. Which is why she's that power that does that. Right? She is that power that can take you away from these bondages and give you freedom. So let us now experience this power for a while. Ask yourself, don't ask, am I attached or detached? No. Ask yourself, where is my attachment going? Where is it leading me towards? Is it leading you towards material possessions? Is it leading you towards your identity? Is it leading you towards patterns and repeated kind of behavior? Think what would happen if the attachment is towards divine, the attachment is towards dharma. It's going to give you more clarity, more focus, more alignment. So through holding the Pasha, the Devi is telling you constantly that once you align with me, the divine energy, right, I free you from bondages. So that is why she is holding the Pasha, which is the personification of Raaga in her